Hello, everyone's. I'm Lady T506. Oh, welcome to my channel. I'm here for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 10, The Reunion Part 3. On my laptop, of course. So, let's get into this whole showdown with Nene and Kim. You know, Kim, she done gone on and on about how she got all these health problems. She done had heart surgery, thyroid surgery, her backache, all this stuff. Nene's like, if you all got all these health issues and you so sick and you the parking patrol, where is your scooter at, ma'am? And I'm like, that's a good question. You up here concerned about Nene parking in the handicapped parker? Like, while you was taking pictures, did you notice that was there a sticker on the license plate, or was there a sticker on a rearview mirror while you was doing all these investigations and taking all these pictures? And I just love that they took this moment to expose Kim for the liar that she is. But I like to have felt like when Nene was like, where is your scooter? And I'm like, yeah, you got all these health issues and all that stuff. And you want to be, patrolling the people where they park it. Where your scooter at, girl? And then she get to talking about Nene and her doctor. And I'm like, now we're going to pause for a minute, Kim. Because we're not going to go into doctors when your lips is looking all bubbly. They don't look plump in a nice way. They look like I said last week, the Kylie Jenner challenge. Like, you got some type of infection going on, and you constantly making all these faces and doing your chin like I can't get my chin to do like that. Like, making it, like, these facial expressions are not helping the cause, and people gonna come over here and read you for filth, okay? So, we need to ask the question. Since you and Tyrone been going together for a minute, did Tyrone help out with Chateau Charade, and that's why, building and construction stopped because he went to prison? Is that it? Want to know. But she's talking about nah, that's not it. She paid for everything, and she was only able to get everything back and running since she was getting these Real Housewives of Atlanta checked. Tyrone ain't had nothing to do with it. He is good people. She sees the good qualities of him and all his characteristics. But I'm like, girl, he in prison for stealing people's money. But I guess he can still have a good character, and even though he was out here committing wire fraud, but hey. But she does let us know that they're supposed to get married when he get out. He's supposed to be getting out in a few months. We found out that that's not true. But that she may not stay with him if he's still in prison. I'm like, girl, you don't want to talk about some you so in love with Tyrone and all this other stuff, making this your whole complete storyline that he was trying to get with Nene. But now you talking about you out here dating people. I need to know what it is. You love Tyrone or you dating other people? But she said she free, so she not gonna be waiting on Tyrone. If she want to go out on a date, she gonna go out on a date. And I was like, okay. Then Nene come out of nowhere talk about, because the word, close your leg to married men came up. And Nene, she just about had it because Kim talking about something. Nene was sleeping with Greg when Greg was married. And Nene was like, that is not true. I done been with Greg since 1996. And though nobody on this stage didn't know him back in. And for me, no, I ain't sleep with Greg when he was still married. But you was out here sleeping with multiple married men while you was out there sleeping at some club in Atlanta. Yeah, y'all. You know how Kim was always going on and how about she was a nurse and she was making all this money. She was making that money because they was making it rain on her. She was doing it for 20 years, sleeping with multiple married men. And she thought Big Papa was going to leave his wife, and he ain't never left his wife. She's over talking about, I've been with Croy for 20 years and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, and does that mean that you still couldn't have been out here before you got with Croy? Because you was proudly saying how you love Big Papa. Big Papa does this for you. Big Papa does that for you. Big Papa proposed to you, even though he had a full-on wife and, I believe, kids out here. I kind of think it was true because she was trying to talk over Nene. What else happened? So, we got to talk about why Kenya and Kim don't get along. Now, y'all know it wasn't last season, but I think it was a season. Maybe was it last season? Whatever season that was when. No, it was a season when Sheree first came out. I don't remember what season it was. When her and Kenya had this rivalry going on about whose house was going to get finished first. Which, Chateau Sheree had been sitting there for the longest time. So, one would have thought that her house would have been finished by then. but it wasn't. Kenya's hers was, had to be, get all kind of other stuff. But anyway, the fight between them happened when Kenya went down into the basement of Chateau Charest. Now, maybe it should have been a do not enter sign or something like that. But Charest, you did go on and on about how you were not going to have a housewarming party with, unfinished basements, unfinished this, that, and the third. But you still had that party because your stuff was not up to snuff. But anyways, so this fight between them started because Kenya was being nosy, went down in the basement being shady. But her Sheree and Kenya already had this like shadiness going on back and forth between them. And Kim ensued herself into this situation. This ain't had nothing to do with you. And ever since then, they ain't liked each other since then. But Kim keep on going on about how Kenya wants her life. She's like, no ma'am, I do not want Bebe's kids to act just like you. I'm not going to do that. And then we go on to her pimping out her daughter. Now, y'all know we already discussed this, but we're going to discuss it again because they was talking about it on the reunion. That Kim, she's saying it's her, but I didn't read this week because I don't follow her. Like, what does Brielle have to do to get these John Legend tickets? Now, when you go out there and say stuff like that, people are going to look at you sideways like, what you got going on? You out here trying to pimp your daughter. Now, regardless of whether you and Chrissy Teigen are friends or not, when you say that, people are going to look at you as a bad mama. Like Nene said, it's not all that good for you to be going. His songs are not all that good for you to be out here trying to pimp out your daughter. And even John was like, I'm good, but I ain't that good. Or you need to be out here, pimping your daughter. Like, that was very unnecessary. If we friends like that, why couldn't you have asked for tickets? I'm just saying. So, Kim going on about I have my own show. I've had my own show for 7 years. But you started on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, darling. Do you not remember that? Or maybe you don't because, that was your old face. And maybe you drank too much and you don't remember that. But, we going on. And then he was like, how did you get your show? She going on, well, I have all these businesses that make several millions of dollars a year. And whatever that business is, I don't know because I don't care because I don't watch their show like that. Because I could just see it consisting of her with her red Solo cup and Kroy chaperoning, not chaperoning, but like chauffeuring her around from place to place while she has a red cup in her hand. And y'all, like, if Kim one more time says that these girls are jealous of her or she twists her face up, I'm just not gonna be able to do it. I'm just glad that she's not gonna be on here no more because it looks like Sheree's not on there, and Sheree was like the only person that was like filming with Kim. Like Portia was kind of too, but like getting on Portia, she was kind of getting on my nerves because she was like basically defending Kim and explaining things what Kim should have been saying herself. But then, like, towards the end, I guess she caught herself like, okay, hold up, I need to get on, the opposition and be like, well, Kim, you shouldn't have did that. Sheree, how dare you go over to do that? Because I was going to be like, Portia, I'm going to need you to sit down somewhere because you remember you was in the hot seat not too long ago. So I'm going to need you to stop. But she, she brung it in. But, I was, we going on to about, okay, looking at my notes. Okay, this is more of proving that Kim is a liar. Bravo, they tape every single thing that you said. Even if you, like, sneeze and, like, barely came out, they got it on tape. And you several times said that Nene was on drugs. And then when they asked you about it, well, Nene just wasn't acting like her normal self. I'm like, how is that? I didn't say she was on any hard drugs. Now, you said you were on drugs. Like, when you say drugs, that could be from pills to, like, hardcore heroin or with crack or what's it other called? Meth. You said she was on drugs, which could have ruined her career and everything. And that's just like defamation. You go on her, they're saying I'm racist, like when they don't have no proof. When you may not be racist, but you have some racist tendencies. But Nene just being calm, how is that somebody being on drugs? And you talking about something, I never said this. Well, they rolled the video and they showed you saying it to, she's like, well, I didn't say it to anybody. You said it to Sheree, and you said it in front of a camera. Was that red cup? Was this one of them times you had too much in your red Solo cup? Yeah. Is she talking about something? Well, Candy said that I'm a drunk and I have a drinking problem. Every time we seen Kim, she had a red Solo cup in hand. Did we or did we not? And she, out of her own mouth, said, I have Corey drive me everywhere so I can have a drink. I'm going to need a really big bottle to deal with these females. Well, if every time I see you, you have a red Solo cup, that's the problem. Everywhere you go, you have a red Solo cup. That's just like a few years ago when Heavenly from Married to Medicine, she always had this coffee cup with her, which we suspected did not have coffee in it. Okay. So then we get on to Kim lying again and being proven to be a liar yet again when she said that Candy tried to get with her. Now, Candy was like, look here, if I had known that was it, this would a whole nother situation. And first of all, Sheree, since you were the Bone Collector Extraordinaire LLC, how come you didn't tell me? She's like, I don't know, I forgot. Did that really happen? I'm like, girl, you know what happened. You just don't want Kim to be mad at you. And then she going on telling Kim saying stuff about Kenny and Todd when you was off the show when she got with Todd. And she got on her real good, like, look here, you sat back, watched the show, took your notes, and came back and act like you was another person, you was a liar. But you was showed to be a liar. She's over to my son, don't make me out to be a liar while I'm proven to be a liar. Like, girl, we can't help you if you was on camera lying. Did you forget again? Is this another red Solo cup type of situation where you're being fuzzy about these type of situations? I need to know. Well, I don't really care. So then we get on to Roachgate. Y'all remember Roachgate, where Bria was over at Nene's house unannounced. Well, it was her own first party, and I don't know what she was there, but she was there being messy. Now, Kim say that Bria was taking a picture and posted it, and somebody saw said picture and was like, girl, didn't you see that roach over there? And she was like, no. Then she's like, Bria sent it to me because she know I'm scared of bugs and telling me not to go into this bathroom. Okay, that's your story. That's your tale. I said, oh my. So then it was like, no, because you sent the video to Sheree, and Sheree got a good kiki out of it. And Portia was like, yes, did you not send that to her? Yes, you sat there and laughed about it. Just sit in the mess that you done started. Yes, girl. She didn't say that, but I'm paraphrasing. And, hold on. Oh, yeah, the video showed otherwise. And they asked, Nene, how come you came so hard for Brielle? And it was simple, short, and to the point. Well, her mama didn't say anything while she was acting a fool and wanting to be in grown folks' business. And me, as a black mama, I decided, maybe I should. That's it. Her mama wouldn't do it. Me being a black mama, I did it myself. I was like, well, okay. Well, I've said this before, and I'll say this again. What's your name? Kim? You can't pick and choose when your daughter can be grown. It's just plain and simple. You can't 1 minute, oh, that's my child, don't say nothing to my child. But then you can't the next minute, Brielle grown so she can do what she want to do. Now, is she grown when she's out here fussing with people, or is she still a child? You can't pick and choose. Oh, yeah. So, at the end, this is when Kim really showed her entire behind. She done stormed off at this point because I guess she thought she was going to go over there and just be like, Andy was just going to have her back all the way. But Andy was just letting them girls get in her. And I was so here for it. You sat there and said that Candy tried to get with you. You didn't call Nene a drug addict. You didn't say she had an infestation. But I don't know when one bug considered infestation. I just don't understand that. And when Nene said, I don't know any roaches out there that, just sit around when the lights come on. Usually a roach just scrams when the light come on. But still, I don't think that was a roach and or water bug. I thought it was something else. But Kim, she all in the bathroom after they done taping. Which I was like, why are you in the bathroom? They didn't give you your own dressing room? Okay. So she's in there like, all these girls, they should give me 1,000,000 apologies for the way they treated me. And Annie's like, girl, why? Then she's like, Sheree, you should have had my back more. You should have jumped up and tried to fight these girls. Portia, she tried her best, but she couldn't. You should have been done more for me. And then she said, Annie was like, well, you did bring a lot of negativity to the show and you weren't positive. So we showed you acting like the person that you are. And then she says out of her mouth, racism isn't all that real. Really. Racism isn't all that real. Did these words just come out of your mouth, Kim? Did you just drink out of that red solo cup? Because that's the only way I can, like, kind sort of think that you would say something like that. And Croy was just sitting back there like. But anyways, y'all, that was my just. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or read a response. And like I always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people watch my video. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.